Rick Smith here again with another installment to talk about my story and how the website yourpathtoweightloss.com came to be. Where we left off yesterday, I had gotten out of the Navy and taken a job with the South Carolina Electric and Gas Commission at the VC Summer Nuclear Station. While I was employed there, I met a gentleman by the name of Eric Davis, and he and I struck up a friendship together, and I began to do some contract work for him. As our friendship and business arrangement progressed, we began discussing ways to create software for a particular industry, and so we got involved together, and we actually decided to create a company called Computer Visions and Technologies. And so the purpose of that company was to write software for the particular industry that we were interested in, and to also write custom software for other companies. And so we did that, and we went to work, and we worked at that for a while. He and I were business partners, but unfortunately, for a number of reasons, which I won't go into here, that company did not thrive, and we eventually folded the company, and I went to work for Eric in his other company, Future Tech, and I stayed there with him for a while. I should back up for just a second. I was employed at the South Carolina Electric and Gas Company for about 8.5 years or so. We continued to live in the Columbia, South Carolina area, and then Eric and I pursued our software adventure, which, as I mentioned, didn't go as well as we had planned, and then I went to work for him at Future Tech. I stayed with him for a while, but unfortunately, that didn't go as planned either, because I just wasn't able to make the kind of salary that I required to maintain my family. So I decided to begin putting out some resumes, and I did that. And in 1999, I got a job with Nationwide Advertising in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And so we moved to Nationwide. I moved my employment to Nationwide, I should say, and we moved to the Cleveland, Ohio area. And we lived there in North Royalton, and I enjoyed being employed at Nationwide Advertising. Unfortunately, that didn't last as long as I had hoped. 2 weeks short of 2 years, they did a reduction in force, and since I was one of the last ones hired, unfortunately, I was let go. But we wound up staying in the Cleveland area for a while. I continued to do some contract work, and then I went to work for another company in the Detroit area, and so while Sharon and the boys lived in the Cleveland area, I would commute to Detroit. Or to the Detroit area, rather. I had an apartment. I stayed there during the week and then came home on the weekends. That was somewhat difficult, but we did it because that's what we had to do at that time. Unfortunately, due to unrealized, or I should say unrealistic expectations between both the company and myself, I wound up ending my employment there, and I did some contract work for a company in the Baton Rouge area called PTS. And unfortunately, we are out of time yet again, and we will pick this up next time when I talk some more about yourpathtoweightloss.com and how that website came to be.